Hey, before we dive in, if you love real, emotional stories like this, make sure to subscribe to my channel and drop your thoughts and comments. I want to hear what you'd do if you were in my shoes. It all started with a simple text. My wife, Jenna, sent me one at exactly 7:02 p.m. Don't eat without me. I stared at the screen for a long moment, trying to read between the lines. Calmly, I replied, "Okay, I'll wait." Nothing felt off at first. We'd often shared dinner plans, and this was just one of those routine texts, or so I thought. By 7:15, I was washing my hands, setting the table, pouring myself a glass of water. Then I glanced at my phone. No reply. By 7:30, still nothing. I called her once, then twice, straight to voicemail each time. My chest tightened. I tried to tell myself I was overreacting. Jenna worked late sometimes. Maybe traffic. Maybe her phone died. By 8 o'clock, I was pacing. Something inside me refused to sit quietly. Her car wasn't in the driveway. An gnawing suspicion had started its slow crawl in my chest. My mind spun through every tiny detail from the past week. Her sudden interest in her phone, that extra-long shower, the soft laugh she tried to hide when texting. I shook my head. No, don't jump to conclusions. She's just busy. But the unease stayed. Around 8:15, I texted again. "Where are you?" Minutes passed. Then finally, a reply, almost casual. "Running a little late. Don't wait up." The tone didn't match her usual, playful self. I frowned. Running late? At dinner? My stomach twisted. I decided I wouldn't just sit and stew. Something told me I needed to see this with my own eyes. I grabbed my jacket, keys in hand, and left. The streets were quiet, the winter air biting at my face. I tried to calm myself, repeating, maybe I'm imagining things. Maybe I'm being paranoid. But the more I thought about it, the more every tiny anomaly lined up like pieces of a puzzle I didn't want to see. I pulled up to a small, dimly lit restaurant, one I'd never seen her go to alone. My heart thumped from the parking lot. I saw her through the window, leaning close to a man I didn't recognize. They were laughing, whispering, their hands brushing in a way that felt intimate. My stomach dropped, a hollow punch. My mind refused to process it at first. I sat in my car for what felt like hours, watching, hoping it was some mistake. Maybe a friend, maybe a co-worker, maybe I was overreacting. But when she leaned back in her chair and rested her head against his shoulder, all doubts evaporated. The betrayal hit me like a wave, sharp and undeniable. I wanted to scream, to storm in, to demand answers, but I stayed still. I wanted the truth, raw and unfiltered. So I texted her from my car. "I'm here." Her eyes met mine through the glass. For a second, panic flashed across her face, then guilt, then that same casual mask she always wore around me. She stood abruptly, muttered something about needing to leave, and stepped outside. "Why?" My voice broke before I could stop it. She looked at me, and I saw it. The hesitation, the shame, the story she wasn't ready to tell. I didn't mean for you to find out this way," she said. I swallowed the lump in my throat, forcing myself to stay calm. "Explain," I said quietly. And she did. About loneliness, about attention she felt she needed, about mistakes she couldn't take back. There were no excuses I could accept, no apology that could stitch over crack that now ran through my trust. Every memory of her laughter, every casual touch, suddenly felt like a lie I had believed for years. I thought about our home, our plans, the life we were supposed to be building. I thought about the way my chest had tightened over a text, the way my stomach had knotted at nothing, and how my intuition had been screaming at me. She wasn't the woman I thought I knew, not fully. I stayed there for a long time, letting the quiet stretch between us. I wanted to feel angry, vengeful, something explosive. But mostly I felt sorrow. Sorrow for the years of trust one had given freely, for the moments that now felt tainted. Finally I spoke. "I can't stay. I can't be in a marriage where every text could hide a betrayal. I loved you, Jenna, but love isn't enough if trust is gone." She tried to reach for me, but I shook my head. "Goodbye," I said, and I walked away. my hands trembling, the cold winter air biting my face, but strange clarity settling over me. Driving home, I felt the weight of heartbreak, but also a spark of something else, self-respect. Life would go on. Memories would sting, but I'd rebuild. And someday, I look back and know I hadn't compromised who I was for someone who couldn't honor the bond we shared. So, if you've ever been in my shoes, if you've ever felt the sting of betrayal through something as simple as a text, share your thoughts in the comments. How would you have handled it? And remember, trust your instincts. Sometimes, waiting calmly is the first step toward seeing the truth.